The Miami Hurricanes. They've won their first ACC regular season title in school history. They will be the top seed at the ACC tournament in Greensboro. Jim Larinaga built a great team. The super quick Shane Larkin at the point. Two great wings, Trey McKinney-Jones and Durant Scott. And the deepest front court in the country, Kenny Kaji, Reggie Johnson, and Julian Gamble. Here is the Greensboro bracket. Miami plays the winner of the 8-9 game, Boston College and Georgia Tech. Virginia earned that bye with the win last night. The Cavs get the 5-12 winner, North Carolina State and Virginia Tech. The other half of the bracket, the Maryland Wake Forest winner will face the number 2 seed, the Duke Blue Devils. And North Carolina gets the 3rd seed. The Tar Heels meet Florida State or Clemson. All right, JR, let's go through that entire bracket and start with that 8-9 game, Georgia Tech and Boston College. It's that first game Thursday. This is how it starts, right at noon on Thursday at the Greensboro Coliseum. These are two of the up-and-coming teams in the conference. Steve Donahue's Eagles, they have an all-freshman backcourt, and boy, I got to tell you, these guys have looked good. They could be one of the best for the years to come.
Absolutely. He has done a fabulous job. He's gotten this team from all over, guys from California, players from Germany, the Northeast, Canada. He has covered the globe, but they do a fabulous job of playing together. And right here, you get a chance to see Joe Rahan, who's done a fabulous job for them. Good off the pick and rolls, able to get all the way to the basket. Here against Georgia Tech, they're trying to deny the screen, but they don't do a good job of sealing, stopping the penetration here. Because of the spacing that they have, he's able to continuously get to the basket. And here, right here, we're going to get a chance to see Olivier Hanlon work his magic. A big physical guard gets to the hole. And I'll tell you what, Jeff, if Georgia Tech doesn't play better defense than they did here last week, man, this is going to be a quick tournament for them. But more of the same here. High pick and roll, giving trouble, spacing, creating matchup problems. And again, the Boston College guards the ability to get to the rim and create shots for themselves. And this is a team that nobody wants to face. You know, all the big teams, the teams that have beaten big teams coming to play them have not fared so well.
It has not gone well. So Rahan and Hanlon give teams trouble, no doubt, with that backcourt. Georgia Tech has its own freshman duo, Marcus Georges-Hunt and Robert Carter Jr. They've been solid all year as well.
Oh, definitely. I love Robert Carter Jr. He's a big man with soft hands, can step out, hit the jump shot, and he's a space eater. You know I like that.
Okay, the winner gets the top seed, Miami, on Friday. Now, North Carolina State could not have been expecting to be playing in a Thursday game. When the season started, they were the ACC preseason favorites. But now they play on Thursday. Mark Gottfried's team, will they be frustrated, disappointed at all that they're playing in that Thursday game against Virginia Tech?
I'm sure they're a little frustrated, Jeff, but they've got to overlook this. As you mentioned, they were the preseason pick. Everyone picked them to be successful in the ACC regular season. It hasn't gone according to schedule, but it's about them. They need to get on board here, get C.J. Leslie going in the right direction for them to have an opportunity to win.
They take on Virginia Tech. Last in the ACC, but the Hokies have the leading scorer in the country. It all runs through Eric Green.
Oh, yes, and this is a coach's nightmare. This young man, Eric Green, gets it done, and I like it, and I'm loving the things that he's done and all the accolades, leading the nation in scoring because he has put in the work. Wasn't a gifted scorer when he got to Virginia Tech, but has worked and conditioned and made himself an elite player, and a player I think you'll see in the NBA. Coaches in the ACC tournament do not want to gear and coach and prepare for this young man.
You were saying he took thousands and thousands of jumpers, right, during the summer to get ready for the season?
Over 10,000 shots or something I read like that. And the coaches challenged him. He lived up to it, and he shot the ball so well. And you can show it. He's lighting guys up.
And he's not just firing away. I mean, in yesterday's game, he scored 35 points on just 18 field goal attempts. He's incredibly efficient, incredibly smart player, and certainly deserving some votes for ACC Player of the Year. The 7-10 matchup is Maryland and Wake Forest. Now, JR, the Terps may have been one of the most baffling, confusing, frustrating teams in the country.
Man, he gave me high blood pressure just talking about him here this season. But they've had problems, and all their problems stem from the point guard. Seth Allen got his opportunity. Now Pishon Howard is really on board. He's getting an opportunity to start. Maybe this will help them get a win.
Now, whoever's at the point has to find a way to get Alex Lynn the basketball.
Well, that's been the issue for them. You know, Alex Lynn is a tremendous player. Long, athletic, high skill set. Being a European player, came over here already highly developed. But they have not been able to get him the ball consistently. And for Maryland to win, they have to get a healthy dose of him inside. not 8 to 10 feet, but they need to get him the ball in the 3 to 5 foot range.
And I think we've seen too much recently that he's getting the ball perhaps on offensive rebounds, putbacks, but they're not running the offense through him enough.
And I see the frustration in him because, see, now when he gets the ball at the free throw line area, the mid post, first thing he's looking to do, Jeff, is turn and score. Even though that's not his spots, he realizes he's not getting a lot of touches, and I think he's forcing a little bit.
It could be a tough matchup for Wake Forest, no doubt, and the winner of that one faces Duke on Friday. The last Thursday game may be giving Clemson fans nightmares. This is hardly consolation, Tigers fans, but you're not alone. Michael Snare has left behind a long trail of woe with his game winners. This one was back in January.
Snare in control. 2 seconds. 1 second. At the buzzer for the win. Wow, Michael Snare does it.
That's what a big-time player does. He sheds a bad game and comes up big.
So in all, he has had 6 game winners against 6 different ACC schools in the past 2 years. We know Snare, who is a senior, JR, he wants to end his college career with a strong ACC tournament.
And I believe he will. He's going to give a good effort. What we do know about Michael Snare is that he's a tremendous defensive player. But what he's really done for this team is keep them close. This could have been perceived as a little down year from Florida State after the tremendous season they had last year, but he stayed focused and he's kept them in the hunt. Any game that you have an opportunity to win, when you have him on the court, with him hitting the big shots and solidifying his legendary status here in the ACC, is one of the most clutch performers we've seen in a while.
Of course, Florida State Seminoles are the defending ACC tournament champs. That is the 6-11 game winner Thursday night. That's the last game Thursday. Then they take on North Carolina on Friday. Now let's see what the game simulator from SCACCHoops.com says about the first round. Our friend John Pence, the creator and editor of the website, gave us the picks from the game sim about those Thursday games. Boston College, North Carolina State, Maryland, Florida State. So the game sim likes all the favorites in these, JR.
Well, it looks good. I'm going to see if it's any good or not. We'll find out.
So, by the way, John Pence does send us along that he is running brackets now for ACC fans. So go to SCACCHoops.com. Make your picks for the ACC tournament. See how they stack up against other fans from around the conference.